Good morning. Climbing out of a tractor already. I was setting Dad's monitor up for him so that he can map tile lines. Just everything was already there. Just getting the run screen set up the way you want. We use flag layers in order to do that. So I create lines, flags for 4-inch tile, 6-inch tile, 8-inch tile, and then you just turn them on and off as you're working those lines down.
Patented penny.
Patent pending, he says. He's got his drag done. Chained up there. We'll see how it works. He's
Guaranteed delivery in 5 years.
taking orders.
$10,000 down up front.
$10,000 down, although he said they were $10,000 a piece, and they'll be delivered within 5 years. So if you want one, let me know. You might get an order. Yeah.
10% surcharge every year. Before I deliver. Patented penny.
Yeah. All right.
A unique design on the angle.
Right. Unique angle, and they're the stable welded version, non-replaceable spikes instead of the bolted on. Yeah.
Guaranteed not to fall off.
Guaranteed not to fall off. If they do, we'll send you another one. You can weld it on yourself. Well, there he goes. Maiden voyage on the homemade drag. I showed him how to run the computer, so he should be good. We'll maybe go down and try and check in on him here later this morning in a little bit. Our air hose has developed a leak, and it's not the end. It's actually coming out where the little rubber stopper is here, so we're gonna have to fix that. Well, I moved the stop up, and you can see right there we've got a cut. So we're just going to go ahead and cut the hose off. We've done this before because we have a threaded hose, or a barbed thing in there with some hose clamps instead of a crimped end. Let's take that off and move it up. All right, now, air compressor. Hopefully that end doesn't blow out of there, but we should be good. We need air to jack up our tractor because we got some people here to change a track. So I talked about this yesterday a little bit, but when they delivered this tractor, they got a chunk out of this track, so the warranty claim, they're going to put a new one on there. We're going to make sure everything's good alignment-wise and stuff and check it out, and it took them a while to get the track. They're finally here to get it done, so we're gonna learn how to change track on an 8RX. They got a hose here that you use the remote on the back of the tractor to tension and detension the track, so that's what that's for. Moving tracks. Shiny new rubber track that we now get to do a break-in on again, so that'll be fun. That's the thing, on the old one we had it broke in. It was wearing, but it was broke in. You gotta manhandle them babies a little bit. That's not easy. Update you guys on the track project here in a second, but we got to get the old one loaded up on their trailer. They're going to take it back. I would totally keep this if it was reasonably priced to do so. I mean, yeah, it's got a little damage on it, but this is still a really good track that has got some value, so I don't know. We'll see what they say. We'll bring it back if it is reasonable price, but hopefully we don't need new tracks on this tractor for a long time, and they wear well, let's say. Alright, so we got this new track put on, got it all tensioned up, got the idler put back on, and all good to go until we noticed an oil leak. There is a little pressure gauge right here that is an indicator to tell you whether or not the track is tensioned properly, and it's seeping out from this crack right here. It's not at the, sorry, my hand's in it. It's not where it screws into the fitting there on the cylinder. It's from the actual gauge itself. So that gauge is going to get replaced. It's not leaking now because we detensioned the track, but when it was under pressure, it was dripping, and it was dripping a fair bit. All of this is soaked up from that, and I got a rag in there now. So not great, is what it is, but they're supposed to have one tomorrow morning. I was worried at first that like we weren't going to be able to get that piece, but they said they would have one in the morning. So is what it is. It's there. We'll have to do some break-in this fall when we're doing grain cart duty, and keep talcing the crap out of them and just getting them set and hardened in, and you know, because you can see the difference between these tracks that got a little dirt embedded into them and they're not sticky and tacky versus this one that is clean and fresh and sticky. And the outside we don't worry about. It's the inside, you know, this surface in here that can cause problems, in the side of these guide lugs, where like that other one has got some chafing, I guess you would call it, on the inside of those guide lugs. So when they get that gauge and we can get it retension, get everything set right, we're gonna do an alignment check and make sure, because I feel like it's rubbing worse on this inside than it is on this inside edge, and this has got more paint wore off it than any of the other ones, and I feel like it's just a little bit misaligned, which is causing it to do that damage to the inside of those guide lugs. I knew it was doing it, I just didn't do anything about it because I knew we had a new track coming, and I figured we would check it all out at this time. So that's why. Okay, we are gonna go down and see how Dad's doing working them tile lines down. I threw the drone in. Maybe we'll take some pictures of the tile lines while we're down there, so we've got that visual map on top of our GPS stuff. So let's go see how it's working. It's new drag. All right, we made it down here to the field. They're loading up the tiling equipment. They got the plow on the trailer, getting her strapped down, ready to head out. Dad's over here working down tile lines. This looks like it's doing a nice job. I mean, that's not too rough. It's leveling it out. They're gonna settle. It's the nature of the game. They're gonna settle, but that's better than it was. Well, shoot, we were 10 minutes too late to catch Dad actually running the tractor, and now he's gonna park it and get in the backhoe and do some work. So not gonna see it running, at least not right now, maybe this afternoon, but it looks like he did a nice job working these tile lines down. I am gonna throw the drone up, take some pictures both sides of the ditch here where we were doing some tiling, and Brock's on his way down here with the chainsaw. We got a tree to cut up. Dad's gonna jump in the backhoe, do some backhoe work before lunch here. We've got a big old dead tree that the guys dug out for us, their excavator. It was in that big hole over there. So Brock and Dad are gonna chunk it up into big pieces, and it's firewood for somebody. They're here fixing that thing. They got the part, had it this afternoon already. And got it changed, putting it back on, and retensioning the track, so. Not under pressure yet. You got it on? There it goes. You got it pulled back and detent. Supposed to run it for 3 minutes. Let it tension. And you can see our gauge in there is turned green, so it's under the right amount of pressure. So we're just waiting for that 3 minutes for that to pressurize like it's supposed to. The AC running on here, boy, she must be humid today. Leaking like a sieve, look at that. It's just condensate from the AC. She's moving. We gotta go through some alignment procedures. I should throw some talc in there right now. So that talc, basically it dusts everything, keeps it from being sticky. So that's the goal. We gotta drive it a little bit, find a nice flat level spot to drive it and get it centered basically so we can check alignments. All right, well, they have run through the track alignment procedure. It made a small adjustment. We're gonna run it. We're gonna have to get it in the field and just try everything and see what it looks like. Hopefully that's a little bit better and that track wears better than the one we changed does, but we'll see. We can make adjustments if necessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some equipment away. We're gonna get the corn heads shoved in the corner. We'll get the bean head put back in there, and the tractor when they're done there. Remember that issue we were having with it shifting a little rough transmission back in the spring when we were side dressing? This is the same tech that was out then, and he said they have a transmission calibration procedure that they can run that was kind of Deere's answer to do that to start with. So it's not a huge issue, not something I'm really worried about, but it is a brand new tractor, and we're just making sure everything's right on it. So they're going to do that, and when they're done, we'll get it out of the way and put it back in the barn, and yeah, all good. Tractor's in, corn head's in over there. Now we just got to thread the needle and get the bean head stuffed in there. There's room, but it's a little tight. All right, it is time to go move some dirt. We've dried off enough that I think we can do it. So if you've been watching, you know I'm moving dirt over to my house. Got a stockpile of some topsoil back here. I had stuff all piled up, and then the neighbor came and helped me level it off and grade it, and we need some more dirt. And then it rained and it was wet, and so it's finally dry enough we can do it. So we're gonna haul some dirt with our scrapers. We can move a lot of dirt in a hurry. We are scraping it up out of this area, getting piles like that. Those are 2 full pans. Nice. Hauling it over to my house and spreading it in the yard. This is topsoil that's been deposited here from digging that pond down there, from shaping our waterways. It's good dirt, so we're taking it and using it. And like Dad said, this dirt all came from the top of your hill over there anyway, because my house sits on the hill in the high ground, and it's all eroded and washed down here. So we're just putting it back where it came from. Brock's back from helping Dad do stuff. He's gonna move that tractor out of the way, and while I got some help, we're gonna have him help me back this bean head in there, because I didn't want to do it by myself. Phil has been doing service work to our generator today, changing oil and just going through, checking everything out, kind of that pre-harvest checkup. We'll talk about this again later, but we run a generator to power our grain system because we can't get enough power from the electric company. Yeah, thread the needle, but we got it. All right, I'm gonna pull out. We can shut the door here. I have made it through the dirt that was piled there. It was not natural or original into the original stuff. It's a little slabbier, but it's still good topsoil. So scooping some of it out, we'll probably fill that spot in later. But we're getting full pans. Let's just say that they're full. I'm a little concerned that is going to fall off in the middle of my trek to my house. That would be not good, but we're making it. Well, here's where I put all that dirt. I've talked about this a little in the past, but we've got a leach field out here that I can't drive across. I'm trying to grade off around it, which this side has been done pretty well. The far side over here needs a little bit more fill dirt and stuff, and it's sand, and so we're trying to coat it in a layer of some dirt that might actually grow something and not die. So we had some yellow dirt from around the house that I had scraped up and got pushed down in here to fill in on this side a little bit to just make it a little bit more gradual. But I really want to push that dirt over here and put a nice layer of dark dirt on. Tried dumping some in there. It's real tight making this turn. I can't drive across this with a big heavy tractor, so it makes it a little difficult. But got a neighbor that's got a Bobcat that he comes and grades stuff off, and he did a really nice job the first go around. I needed to haul more dirt so he could come again. So I've got a pretty good pile here. We got that hole pretty well depleted. I could keep digging, but it's going to make a hole. But Dad has another pile of topsoil in the woods back there, right on the edge of it. I can't scrape it up with the scrapers, so we're going to have to use the backhoe in our dump trailer and haul it up here, but I'm going to try and haul that, dump a bunch up in there, and we'll get this. I'm about 3 to 4 weeks away from wanting to plant some grass, so we're trying to get everything in place and ready for seeding. Almost looks like it might rain. There was a chance tonight, tomorrow night, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. Look what finally showed up today. New gaskets for our tanks. We've been waiting on those. You guys want a little sneak peek? Working on updating the website. We got all kinds of good stuff on here. We're still updating is what we're doing, but we're getting there. Oh, and then there's this one. We've got several websites that we're working on. And by several, I mean 2. Anna's been helping me get those up and running. So they're not live yet. I'm hoping here in a couple of days. I've been working on them in the evenings and stuff for the mornings, trying to get some of the information that I need to do in there that she just doesn't know. So anyway, I'm going home 6:30. Thanks for watching today. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hasn't rained yet, but it might. Questions, comments, leave them down below, and I should see you tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. But I should be around. Might do some seed business stuff, so I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, see you guys.